guys, it's Jazz1122 here, and this is a timeless water sign reading for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I would like to say thank you guys so much for your likes, your comments, and to all my new subscribers, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here, and with that being said, let's get right into this video. Okay, water signs, let's see what's going on with you for your timeless message. I don't know why I had a feeling that this was going to come out for y'all. I did. With this open to love, relationships, passion, and fulfillment. Let me tell you something. Your ancestor message is water signs. Y'all got a big heart. It's funny. I say that all the time. And it's here. Open to love. You guys are always open for relationships and passion. You have no problem with showing people that you care about them. You know, and the universe knows that. But the universe just wants you to be more observant of being so open to love to the point that people can take advantage of that, though. You feel me? Like, or you being open to love, but you dating people that aren't. I feel for some water signs that definitely has gotten you heartbroken because you're more in a place to be open to love, but the people, I feel water signs for some, you had a pattern of falling for emotionally unavailable people. People who don't have long commitments, not just with relationships, but their life. People who are on and off. You know, one day they there, the next day they not. People who don't really like to share how they feel. It is impossible, almost. It's only that person's choice. See, but water signs, you may feel that if I do this for these people, then they'll open their heart. But, you know, water signs, you're not in control of what somebody, you know, if somebody don't want to change, they don't want to change, you feel me? And for some water signs, that left y'all devastated because some of you guys may feel your love can cure people. Like them seeing a person as caring as you and compassionate as you. For some, that's a dangerous situation because people can absolutely see that. You know what I mean? But it don't mean that they're in the place to give you that. See, that's what I really see. With water signs, it's the reciprocation of what you give. And I feel for water signs, you have been in quite a few one-sided relationships with emotionally unavailable people. I keep getting emotionally unavailable people for you guys. You guys, like, I feel you want to help people. That's great. But you dating people that you like feel you gotta help, that's anybody you feel you gotta help, like I gotta help them, that's codependent in a way. You know, it's not out of they can stand on their own and you stand, and then in case something gets rocked, you two be a team. I feel for your relationships, water signs, it was you was the stability. But where was the other people? So you have a big heart. But however, water signs, your ancestor messages is to be more observant of if someone is truly open to love. Yes, you may care about somebody, water signs, but you can get hurt. You know, because our love is not the cure. You know, nobody's love is the cure. The only cure for someone wanting to change is themselves. It don't matter how much we give them. It don't matter how much we do for them. If someone doesn't want to change, unfortunately, they do have the free will right not to change for anybody. And this is where I see a lot of people get hurt because they don't accept that. They felt that their love was supposed to be the one that brought it home. But what people fail to realize is a lot of people miss the red flags of how people treat their ex-partners. I'm going to talk to y'all, right? I listen to how people treat their ex-partners. I ain't that girl that's going to sit up there and be like, oh, Bobby did that to Susie. He ain't gonna do no. You'll get your heart broken. You know how many women have said they wouldn't be the ex-girlfriend but ended up worse than the ex-girlfriend? Think about it. Think about it. And the girl can't believe it because she felt she was different. See, here's the thing. That don't matter. If someone doesn't want to change, see, that's a pattern. If somebody has a pattern of dogging their exes out, it's not going to change with you. Especially if he just dogged out his partner not that long ago. And I see many women, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, many women who beat down the ex-girlfriend, but the ex-girlfriend, let me tell you, because I've been the ex-girlfriend, and I have known things about my exes that other women felt that they had on me. I'm like, you don't even know him like that. You feel me? Like, I get that you with him because I had women trying to throw my exes in my face. For real. But I'm like, you don't know him though. You just met him though. I'm sure he told you some type of story, some type of something, and you believed it. But it's important to not just tune out how people treat their exes. See, I always pay attention. For example, with my partner, I paid attention to how he broke up with his ex. They broke up amicably. It was the smoothest breakup I think I've heard, where two people just come together and say this ain't working, and that was that. It was no drama. It was none of that. That's why I dated my partner. Why? Because that's his pattern. If we break up, it's not going to be messy. Vice versa. He listened to my relationship past because I told him, you feel me? I'm going to give you a background story. He knows that when relationships end, I don't bother my exes. I don't break their stuff. I don't come to their job to get them fired. I don't do any of that. He watched me, because he met me towards the end of my last relationship. He didn't even know me and him broke up. He had to ask me one day. He was like, so, Jazz, you still with that guy? I said, oh, no, because I didn't even tell anybody we broke up because I ain't want nobody asking me, oh, Jazz, what happened with you and such and whoop-de-whoop. And I was like, I didn't want nobody asking me. So I just didn't say anything about our breakup. And that's when I was like, oh, no, me and him been broke up. And we worked together, me and my partner at the time. He didn't even know. So that's what made him safe to date me, was because he seemed like, well, dang. Well, if we don't work out, I don't have to worry about you destroying my stuff. I don't have to worry. And I seen so many times a breakup just go messed up, man. It just goes messed up. But I don't know how I got to all that point, but let me just continue. But I had a problem with falling for emotionally unavailable people myself. I did. Oh yeah, I said that story because of patterns in people. If I hear a guy have a whole, like how he did with other women, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm special. See, our ego wants us to feel like we're not going to be that woman. But I've seen many times of women who be like, I would never be his ex-girlfriend. He would never do that to me. Do you know how many times I've seen also my exes do them worse than they did me? And they was trying to rub that man in my face. I'm like, you tried to rub him in my face, but look how he did you, because you felt you knew everything. Because you felt that you were better than. See, this is the problem. You can't always just assume you better than somebody, because life will humble you real quick and show you you wasn't different. He dogged you out the same way he dogged other people out. And I say this to the women because there are women who do this, y'all. I'm not saying this to women that you really tried to give a man your best and it just went left. I'm talking about the women that try to rub another man in somebody's face. I can't stand that. And then when those men burn those women, I'll be like, that's what you get. That's just what you get. You shouldn't have been popping off and talking all that stuff, because now look at you. You was sitting there thinking all the other exes wasn't crap. You sitting here being disrespectful. You feel me? I'm sure we all have experienced that, where there's been this woman that's dating your ex and she's all like trying to rub him in your face, and you know him more than she do, and then he ends up burning her way worse. And I was like, oh, I'd be like, I thought you was different. I thought you was better than me. That's what you was going around saying. You know, I just think about stuff like that. And we have go after your goals. With go after your goals, the universe is saying you go hard for love. Water signs. But the thing is to make sure that people go hard for you. Like I said, my subscribers are not those type of people that I describe that go around thinking they better than anybody. And if you did get hurt because you didn't recognize somebody's patterns, it's okay. But I mean, for some women, they don't care what that man did to his ex-girlfriend. I'm talking about those women. The one that have no compassion, that you're just so consumed with you being with him that you just think you're better than everybody until he hurts you. See, my subscribers, I know y'all not like that. You know, I know that y'all been burned. And it's probably because people didn't tell you, you know, the truth about that. And that's okay. But I know my subscribers don't be going around here treating people like that. You know, but this is also a tip, y'all. Really pay attention to how people do people in their life, man. You'll save yourself a whole bunch of trouble, because a lot of people want to keep thinking that they're different. It don't matter how much you think you different. What matters is if that person want to change or not. Because you could be, shoot. I lost my train of thought. But you guys know what I'm going to say. I was just going on because a lot of thoughts is in my mind. And we have go with the flow. So, with what I see with you, water signs, is you have a very big heart to give and going after your goals. But they're saying take your time, water signs. Be with someone who would keep that same energy with you. That will go to persist, encourage, and advance you. Someone that you can go with the flow, let go, relax, and manifest. Where you guys can create great things together. But I feel, water signs, it's finding that person. But the thing is, that person will find you. You know? Open to love. We have judgment. So let me see. Why is judgment here? I'm still thinking about that whole tangent I went on. Because that irritates me, y'all. Because I had people do that to me, bro. Like, and it's just so disrespectful how they just think I wasn't crap. That really bothered me. But in the end, I just be sitting there thinking, like, you know he gonna burn you, right? You know you don't know everything, right? You know you don't. Because I've had, like, I'll tell y'all this story real quick, right? So, I was dating this guy, and, you know, we was just being friends and we was being cool, right? And I was like, we was better off being friends and whatever. Like, I wasn't even that type of time. So, he was dating somebody new. And she was all trying to throw him in my face, like all trying to rub in my face that she with him and this and this. But here's the thing, she didn't know. While she was very arrogant. She was very arrogant. She felt she was the best thing since sliced bread. But one thing is, I knew that man for years. She knew that man for not that long. Not that long, but she felt she knew him better than anybody. But let me tell you something. Like... Let's just say that situation didn't go well. Let's just say that. Let's just say I'm sure she probably wished that she wasn't as arrogant as she was. It wasn't until she got her heart broken by him. You know? I seen women like that. That really bothers me. But anyway, 7 of Pentacles here. Maybe that's a message for somebody. Maybe you Some water signs are dealing with someone like that. That someone like you are dating someone and you're dealing with someone who's like kind of rubbing it in your face, like ha ha ha, like I got him and this and this. I'm gonna tell you something. If somebody's doing that to you, water signs, don't even worry about it. Let them have that person and watch what happens. Watch what happens. Seven of Pentacles. Because pride comes before the fall. I see that. So, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. So, what I'm seeing here, water signs, is some of you guys are looking like, when is going to be my time, man? I'm open to love. I mean, I learned a lot from my past. It just seems like stuff don't go nowhere, you know? But the universe is saying you're the Nine of Pentacles, water signs. It's not just about having someone. It's about the person that would treat you right. You would rather be single, let me tell you something, than for somebody to mistreat you just to say you have someone. I've seen this time and time again. Where people, just because they would rather have somebody better than no. So if you are single right now, and you just because you see people on social media lie all the time. If you only knew what goes on behind the scenes with some relationships, if you only knew, water signs, it's a reason why you're single. Like, before I got in my relationship, I wasn't looking for nobody at all. You feel me? I was just single, and I felt like this, y'all. I did. After all my relationships, I was like, it just ends up the same way. You know, and I have a big heart. But it was when I wasn't looking for it, water signs, that it found me. And I was in relationships where I felt that because I stayed there, it was better. It wasn't. So that's really what my engagement taught me. Bump that. Like, I'd rather be single. I don't care. I would rather be single and alone, because at least I know I'm not stressed. It's not always better. The grass is not always greener on the other side. People don't realize how many people in relationships may envy you being single. Oh, let's talk about that. Did you guys ever think about that? How many people would love to be single, but they can't? What I mean by can't is either there's somebody guilting them to stay. They're either got mad, like a lot of finances put together, and they can't separate. But you are single. There's someone that's looking at single people be like, man, I wish I was single so I wouldn't have to deal with this. See, and then that's the crazy part, because them single people look at people in relationships like, well, that looks so nice. Let me tell you, I've been in a 6-year relationship. It's a lot of work to build. Like, this is work. This is my longest relationship, and that's what it taught me. It takes constant making time for each other, because it's easy to get wrapped up in the routines. Plus, the honeymoon phase wears off, because especially after 6 years, then when you go through your rough patches where you disagree, like, a longer relationship goes, the more work it is. A relationship is like a job. It's not something that's effortless. So if you're single, water signs, believe me, it's for a reason. So that way, you would rather be single and have the chance to meet somebody than be in a miserable relationship and miss someone you could have been with. It's just the fact that you are single, that you had the freedom to meet someone for you. There are people in relationships that don't even want to be there, that wish that they were single so they could go out and meet other people. Think about that. Go after your goals. We have the six of cups. Yeah, this past relationships. I see a real emphasis on love for you guys. This goes back into one-sided relationships. See how this is the girl and the guy? This is reverse. So it seems to me you realize how you have went hard for people who didn't go hard for you. But that's the thing. Those people taught you how far you should go for people. Those people taught you when it's time to let go and not overgive. See, overgiving leads to bitterness. It sure do. And I did an experiment. I give with what people give me. And then I've had people stop talking to me, right? Guess what? I was upset, but I wasn't bitter. Why? Because I didn't overgive. That's one reason in my relationships I was bitter. In terms of not paying attention to what they gave me. You know, I give from my heart. It's not like I ever thrown anything in anybody's face. You feel me? I still don't take away what I've done for people because I love them. But what I mean was I was so focused on giving to them that they didn't feel they didn't give to me because they were so used to receiving. You feel me? So I take responsibility in that aspect. You feel me? I still don't take away anything that I've done because I loved each and every person I was with in a different way. And still today, I don't have no regrets. Because it taught me lessons I needed to learn. Imagine if I would have gave to people with an agenda. Imagine if I would have gave to people because I'm thinking this is going to help you love me. This is going to, I would be a hateful woman today. Oh my gosh, I would be hateful. I would be a hateful woman. Y'all wouldn't even see Jazz 1122. You wouldn't even know me. The Seven of Swords. So not only that, you had relationships that dealt with lies too. Seven of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Water signs, do you fall for people that use a lot of money? Like people that buy you a lot of stuff. You know, because that's something to watch out for too now. Them people that buy you a lot of stuff. You know, because it make it look like, oh, I care so much about you, but materials is, you could get materials back. I mean, I'm just saying, materials are nice, yeah, but when you build, I feel like maybe water signs, you've been dealing with people who would have sneaky intentions, but would give you stuff like money or gifts to kind of throw off what they were really doing. And maybe you thought like, oh my gosh, he bought me a necklace, or oh my gosh, you know, he did this, or oh my gosh. And you realize those things that they bought was a cover up for their lies. That's for some, definitely. It was easier to use money. And maybe that's why some of you guys didn't see the person's true intention. So the universe is saying be mindful of that. I see a lot of be mindfuls for water signs right now in terms of relationships. So it could be because one is around the corner, but it's some pointers. You feel me? We all could use pointers out here. It ain't nothing wrong with it. I still use pointers. Shoot. I got my own pointers from my own moments of falling on my face and everything like that. But I wouldn't be Jazz 1122 if I didn't go through it. So that's why I don't have no regrets. Go with the flow. Seven of Swords. What is going on with all these? Seven of Swords. Oh, wow. Wow. Water signs. You got the Six of Cups and the Seven of Swords twice. And the Seven of Swords with the Six of Cups. Yeah, it was a lot of deception in your relationships, water signs. Definitely. It could have been people telling you, let's just see what happens. Let's just go with the flow. That's okay in the beginning, sure. But you start to realize long term, you're still going with the flow. So I feel like for other water signs, that was where you got hurt. I see two deceptive types of relationships here. Some that people would use money and gifts to hide their lies. And for others, people who would just say, let's just go with the flow, you know. Let's just see where it goes. And then it doesn't go anywhere. That's another. And it leaves you Heartbroken. A person that used a lot of their words. Because the money can look like actions, but you can really see a person and how they treat you. It's easy to buy you something, but there's many people that will buy you stuff and disrespect you all at the same time. So you can't even really count someone's financial investment into you in some cases. Absolutely not. Because in some cases, people would use that against you too. The fact that they gave you so much. Then they make you feel bad. I did all that for you and you know, then that goes down that whole line. But for others, I do see smooth talkers here. People who say they would do stuff and let's go with the flow and see what happens. The next thing you know, you thinking at some point they're going to bring up a relationship or commitment, and they don't. They just let's go with the flow. Six of Cups reversed. We had the Star reverse. Yeah. So in both scenarios, I do see how relationships have been rough for water signs. But, you know, with all the situations and themes that I said, water signs, be free to take them, because these are lessons I learned the hard way. You know, I can't go back in time and change any of those decisions, which is another reason why I made Jazz 1122. So since I can't go back in time and change nothing, I can help other people not make decisions. And if they knew the pointers, the signs to just be mindful of, so they don't have to experience that. I wouldn't want anyone to feel like me. That's one thing about me. I don't want anyone to like suffer like me or had to learn the hard way like me. Like, it's nice that people get the opportunity to avoid situations like that, because that's what I do. I take a lot of what I learned and put it in my back pocket so I don't go back to that. You know? So water signs, if you are open to love and these situations happen, just know it gets the best of us. But just to be more aware, because the universe appreciates your big heart. But be mindful of people that don't go hard for you. It's easy to buy people stuff. It's easy to talk a good game, but where's the time? Where's the energy? Where's the commitment? So water signs, I hope you guys appreciate this video, and I'll catch you guys later.